Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey. This is Ripe Color. And this is the reading for the 18th, I think. Thursday. We're going to have snow here. Before I start, I want to say thank you to all the people who sent me. I got so many messages yesterday from so many lovely people encouraging me to do what I do. And thank you. Please send love to my friend Victor in Mexico. I have a friend he's my Spanish professor and I'm his English professor, right? We met at a language exchange in Mexico. And we text every day and we talk every day. And the COVID is like all around him. Now he's going to go get a test. You know, things are not good in Mexico. You know, you could just send love to Mexico. His name is Victor. He's in Mexico City. He's very kind. And he's my Spanish professor. And I'm his English professor. His English is so much better than my Spanish. It's unbelievable. Okay. I'm upset, you know, really. I'm upset. Send love to people in Texas. What a disaster. What a disaster. What a disaster. I don't even know where to begin. Okay. Let's hope we get some positive cards, huh? 1, 2, 3. Oh, please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. I'm offering 30-minute readings for $30. All the information is below. Okay, I did all that. Okay. 6, 4. You know, I'm all about the numbers. The 6 of Swords, which is actually a pretty good card. The 4 of Swords, which also isn't really a bad card. And then the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. The 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is a really interesting card. It's one of the first cards that really it kind of took on its own life. You know, I've been reading cards for a really long time, but in the past, say, I don't know, year or two, it's like they've really become like little TV screens to me. Does anyone remember TV? I don't even have a TV. I watch YouTube and Netflix on my computer, to tell you the truth. Anyway, the 6 of Swords is about going to a smoother place. You know, they're going out of the rough water, they're going into the smooth water. 6s are also about perseverance, and swords are about thought. So, yeah, our thoughts are really important. Our thoughts are really important. And you know, sometimes when I see myself with like the negative talk, I have to like go somewhere else. So I've been meditating for a really long time. So I have this observer inside of me, seeing myself going down the wrong road or seeing myself making a left or a right or whatever you want to call it a lot of times. So I have to catch myself and like quickly pick myself up and start thinking a different thought or thinking the opposite of what I'm thinking or put a positive spin on things, la, la, la. I also, for me, this is a very matriarchal card. I don't know why. It's just my interpretation of this card. Because, you know, they're leaving their land, right? They're kind of refugees in a way. And, people don't leave their land. They leave because they have to. They leave because they have to. That, it's very like biblical, this one to me. It's like there was no food in the land of Israel and they went down to Egypt. It's like that. Or like a volcano went off. It's like you don't decide to leave your land because things are, hunky-dory, generally. I always feel like this is his mother. I don't feel like this is his wife. I feel like this is his mother, and she has the final say. And she, it's like once she says it's time to go, it's time to go. So I always feel like there's there's like a mother energy to it. Okay. Then you get the 4. So 4 is about stability, but this card, this card is about retreating. It's about retreating in. It's about meditation, contemplation. So maybe this is about really seeing where your thoughts are and kind of observing them and, being the captain of the ship and deciding, it's like, oh, no, we're going to go this way or that way or whatever it is. Persevering into stability. And then you get this one. And this might be a weird metaphor, but I always feel like he's going to open the laundromat. I don't know why I say that. Because he's very slow and steady. He's slow and steady. So a laundromat is, it's like, okay, so you open a laundromat and it's like, you're not going to become a million trillion, you're not going to make $1 million, but you'll have a certain amount of money coming in every month, and it's not, how much social media do you have to do for a laundromat? You know what I mean? You open it up, you make it look nice, you have enough soap, So it's like slow and steady. I know a laundromat is so strange. I always thought to myself, if I won the lottery, I'd open like little businesses that I could make a little money here and a little money there and a little money there. And I could, have a few employees and, everybody wants to get rich quick. It's a great fantasy, but how often does it happen? It's like kind of like slow and steady wins the race, like be the tortoise. And that's what I feel, the energy is. It's really about slowly changing your mind and seeing it going towards smooth and like this morning, I have a lot of hats. I need a lot of hats. Because it's either too cold or it's the sun or something. And I've always wanted like a burgundy-ish hat, like a really, there's a specific color I want on my head, which is never going to happen. I'm going to have to probably get made. And I've been kind of looking for it for years, to tell you the truth. And I've looked for it in Italy, and I looked for it in Mexico, and I looked for it here, and I looked for it there. And then this morning, I was imagining, having that hat. It's kind of like a cross between red and burgundy, between like burgundy and purple. It's like a certain color that I kind of have in my head. I might have to develop the color and get something I can dye, actually, but maybe I should do. And today I imagined having it, right? And I imagined like things being more normal and like having plenty of money and being able to go and get my hat, even though it doesn't really exist. And I felt it. And I felt it. I was like, I felt having more than enough. Having more than enough. And I think, so in that law of attraction thing, it's not only about envisioning it, but it's about feeling it too. So I think that's what the day is about really seeing it and feeling it, and steering your ship toward a lighter, more serene, calmer outcome. And it's, slow and steady, and that's how you manifest. And that's how you manifest. So, interesting, look at this. Gray, well, you can't really see it, but it's kind of gray in the background. And gray is really the color of indecision, right? It's about somber and this and that, but gray at the end of the day, it's not black and it's not white. It's kind of like, and then when you add, either black or white to a color, you change it. But when you add gray, it just sort of dulls it. And sometimes actually when I'm dyeing, I have gray and I add it because it's like, I want to tone this down a minute, I add like this little tiny amount. And then it goes into the bright light, the bright yellow. And yellow is about spirit. Yellow is about optimism, enthusiasm, joy. Yellow is really the color of joy. So that's where we want to go. I think that's where you want to go. If you want to be in misery, then go ahead and stay in misery. But if you don't want to be in misery anymore, you have to envision you have to envision being in joy, not being in misery, but being in joy. This is how we change our minds and change our reality, and it doesn't happen at the blink of an eye. It's not I Dream a Genie, and it's not Bewitched, even though I grew up on both those shows. It's a process. So inviting you to be in that process, and I'm also inviting you to, people are like, well, how do you send energy? You just intend it. It'll follow where you go. You go into your heart, you fill yourself with love, and then you radiate love to a specific place or a specific person, and just, it's like you just send it off. It's like mailing a letter. See yourself maybe writing a letter, putting a little stamp on it. You don't even have to, right? And just putting it in the mailbox and letting it go. That's it. So if you have a place or a person, do a scan. This is what works for me too. I do this every so often. I would like to do it every day. You do a scan. You do a scan of a map. You don't even have to know what it is, right? So if you scan the map of the world and you're picking up energy or something, go with your instinct, and you see something in northwest, blah, 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 send it there. Or southeast, blah, 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 send it there. Oh, it's near that river, send it there. In those mountains, send it there. Because there's nowhere on the earth that doesn't need it, right? Anyway, blessings to you. Thanks for listening, and talk to you soon.